They have leather helmets.
I like your hair.
Like through your college experience or even at the elementary, just what you had to do?
Well, for me, I was always an active learner because I had Mrs. Kluver as a mom. So I had to have her as a mom, and sometimes I got to see her at school. Isn't that crazy? So I was a pretty, she had me learn from an early age.
Both played in college. Tyler got his start going to Fisher Elementary School. He went to Miller Middle School, and then he played at Marshalltown High School as a Bobcat. So he played right here on Franklin Field. Dr. Schutte started at Rogers Elementary, went to Miller Middle School, played for the Marshalltown Bobcats, and then he went and played at Central College in Pella. Now, both of them played college football, but they both ended up doing something different for their job as they're growing up. So Tyler's hope is that he's going to be in the NFL and he's going to get paid for playing football. Dr. Schutte, he decided he would take a different route. And so you went to Moore College, Western Illinois, right?
Yeah, I went to Western Illinois and then Iowa State.
And then Iowa State, so 2 more colleges in order for him to be able to have his super awesome job with all of us. Respect. So when is it time that you've had to show respect as a football player?
Well, as a player at Iowa, I have a lot of coaches who expect me to do a lot of things. You know, they need me to perform well on the football field and in the classroom. So I had to show respect to my coaches and made sure that I get good grades and that I was always working hard on the football field so that I could make them happy. Because if they're not happy with you, then you don't get to play. And sometimes if you don't do your job a couple times, then you're not on the team anymore. So if I don't respect my coaches and what they want from me, then I'm not going to get what I want in return.
So being respectful helps you get what you want.
Yes.
Okay. Dr. Schutte, can you think back to being a football player, whether it was at Miller or the high school or when you played college football or even in your job, how you use respect?
It was a long time ago, but I would say, just to add to what Tyler has said, there's a lot of rules to be followed in the game of football, just like there are in the classroom, and you strive to play by the rules, and when people don't play by the rules, you have to be a good sport and make sure that the people that are in charge of the rules handle that situation. So just like every now and then you guys have probably been in a situation where someone called you a name or someone pushed you, and instead of calling a name back or pushing back, you need to handle that with sportsmanship.
15 yards, and it looks something like this. We'll have a guy behind me that gives a little call, something like, black, black, set. And then I snap to him.
Being an active learner, that doing your job in the classroom, listening to your professors or your teachers.
Yeah, so in college, if you're not an active learner, what they call you is a student athlete. For the last 5 years, I've been a student athlete. And they say that for a reason, because you're a student first. Because if you aren't an active learner in the classroom, then you don't get that opportunity on the football field. So you have to get good grades, listen to your teachers, and do well in school, because the ultimate goal in college, or in high school, Miller, is to pass your class. The sports come second, the band, the art, whatever you're into. So as an active learner, you make sure that you take care of the first step so that you can do what you like to do later.
Dr. Schutte, do you remember about being an active learner and having to balance football too?
Yep, so generally speaking, the same thing that's expected in the classroom is expected of you on the playing field, whether you play football or volleyball or basketball or soccer. Those expectations are the same, but when I was finished playing football, I became a teacher and a coach, so I was able to continue what I love doing, helping others.
Example of positive self-talk that sometimes you do when you have something really hard, it's really hot, or what's something you say to yourself?
So for me, on the football field, the one play that I got to go out and do was snap a football. And if I don't do well, 70,000 people, that's how many people watch my games. 70,000 people are going to boo me. They're not going to be happy with me because we're not going to do well as a football team. So that's a lot of pressure on me. And sometimes that's hard to deal with. Similar to taking a test or other things that you do in school, that's a lot on your mind, and that might be difficult. So self-talk was a huge thing for me in college, because if I didn't, tell myself, I got this, I've practiced, I'm good, I've been here before, I know what to do in this situation, then what do I have left? You got to believe in yourself, and the rest takes care of itself.